Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna do some math problems and I'll do some examples and let's just hop right into it. Okay, so the first part we're gonna do is greater than, lesser than, or equal to. So let's look at number 12 for example. Oh, oops, sorry. Okay, number 12. It says 132 is blank, then 158. Or 132, 158. Okay, anyways, basically, let's refresh our brains. Always look at the first digit on first digit of each number basically. If they're both the same, for example 1, then you gotta look at the second one. So now we look at 3 and 5. A number that is bigger is always going to be eaten by the arrows. I want to make this into a monster. A cute monster. Okay. So since 5 is greater than 3, not the arrows, the mouth faces this number. This is basically saying that 132 is less than 158, which is true. You could ignore the last numbers since we already know that 5 is greater than 3, and that shows this number is already greater than that. Okay, we're going to look at multiplication first. Oh no, okay. Multiplication. We're going to look at number 5. 7 times 5 equals blank. So if you know your multiplication tables, this is really easy. There's multiple ways you could solve multiplication tables. Oh, not multiplication tables, multiplication. But let's just try to picture it first. So let's say there's 7 groups. 1, 2, that's 5, 6, 7. Okay, and there's 5 dots in each group. And then after, you could just count them. This is basically counting by 5s, but it's going to be harder when you're going to do it like by 8, like 7 times 8. Counting by 8 is pretty difficult. So yeah, picturing it is like the easiest way, but it's the longest way. However, knowing your multiplication tables already is the easiest and the fastest and the most efficient. So let's just count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Here's a rule about 5s. Basically, in 5s, every odd number that is being multiplied is always going to end with 5. And anything that's even, like for example 4, is always going to end with 0. So this is 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, that's even. Okay, so this is, if you multiply this 1 by 5, that's an odd. If you multiply 5 times 2, it's going to be even. Multiply 5 times 3 is 15. There's a 5 at the end, and that's an odd number, and so on. That's how the pattern works. So that could help you find or hint what number it will be. So the answer is 35. That does not work for all numbers, but does work for the real 5s. Okay, let's look at division. We're basically getting one. Okay, unlike multiplication, where we make a group and add a certain amount in each group and count it all together, division is more like getting a bunch of dots and grouping them. And then through the groups, you find how many there are. Okay, let's set up. So 100 is always inside. Oh, not 100. The first number is always inside. The slash means this division sign. And 10 will always be on the outside. Since this is a 2-digit number, we start on basically the second digit, not the first digit. Well, you could technically can, but no, actually, no, you can't actually. So we're gonna start there. So let's look. 10 times 10. What? How many times can 10 go into 10? That's going to be 1. Because 10 times 1 is already 10. So you subtract that, that's 0. Drop down the number. And, sorry, 10 times, how many times, okay, so now we're looking for 0. How many times can 10 go into 0? Well, if 10 times 1 is 10, and you can't go any less than that, that has to be 0. And also, any number multiplied by 0 is always equal to 0. So 10 times 0 is 0. And yep, that works. So basically, 10 times 10 is 100. And that's true. This is the answer. Pretty simple. Now we're going to look at the word problems. Sorry for the cuts. Okay, so this is a bit of a difficult problem. Remember to to underline important information and always write down your units. Okay, for this question, you should really but you should read this. You should know what they're asking for. They're asking for how many ornaments are on a tree. So let's read. Dean has 23 ornaments to hang on the tree. He hangs 9 of them and accidentally drops 4. He then takes a break and then hangs the rest of the ornaments. How many ornaments are on the tree? Basically, this is distracting because we don't really need that because we already know that he hangs the rest of the ornaments on the tree. Accidentally drops 4 is an important information. So if he has 23 ornaments originally to hang on the tree, and then he drops 4, basically losing them, that's going to be 23 minus 4. And 23 minus 4 is, you cross 3 out, makes that 13, 1, and that should be 19. So that means he has 19 ornaments, or he hung 19 ornaments. I don't know what happened to my writing. 9 is not important because he says he hangs 9 of them, but then he drops 4. Okay, because he said he hangs the rest of them already. So therefore, hangs 9 of them is pretty useless. Therefore, the answer is that he hung 19 ornaments. And that's basically it. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a great day. See ya! Remember to write your name and the date. Bye!